Do you know who your audience is? Who you're actually speaking to? If your business is not growing, if you're just not reaching enough individuals, if you're just not finding the momentum that you want, there's a good chance that you need to know more about your audience. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 strategies that I use to help my clients find more clients, more leads, more attention. Hey, and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Jeremy Baruman. I was a health coach, educator, and speaker for almost 20 years, and now I work as a consultant to help different health and wellness pros build, grow, and scale their business. Now, today we're talking about audiences and how you can learn more about your audience so that way you can start speaking to them, okay? And that's really the key point. That's the big overall theme of this video. When you are speaking, when you are creating content or showing up on social media, you want people to have this felt sense of, this is for me. You want them to look at your content, to see you, to hear you, to feel you, and feel like what you're making is for them, like you're speaking to them. And oftentimes, when we are experiencing blocks or a lack of momentum in our business, it's because we're not being specific enough with our content for it to resonate with our audience. Okay, so strategy number 1 is about understanding your audience pain points. And I know that might seem obvious, but there are 2 big problems that I see with practitioners and coaches that are creating content online. The first problem is that they're creating content that is too complicated and is really like an echo chamber for their own colleagues. They're making content for themselves or the people they work with, not necessarily for their audience. Problem number 2 is that it's not granular enough. It's not focused or pinpointed enough. An example of this might be in the pain management space. And maybe I'm just using this because this is the kind of space that I was in. I was in prehabilitation and rehabilitation pain management. So if I have a client that is necessarily having, let's say, low back pain or knee pain, those are problems. But what are some of the pain points? Some of the pain points might be they can't exercise. They're maybe getting really poor sleep. They can't keep up with their children, or maybe they're gaining weight because they are in pain. And again, I'm kind of generalizing here, but these are pain points that you can specifically post and create content about depending on whatever your expertise is. And again, it's about understanding problems versus pain points. And we need to get granular enough. We need to speak about the pain points that people are experiencing. I'll give you another example. So I'm the marketing director for a company called Somatic Breathwork. We specialize in certifying coaches, healers, educators in this form of somatic breathwork. Now, I handle their social media architecture and their paid ad strategy. And when we are utilizing a new paid ads campaign, I'm creating content specifically to go and find new people. The most successful campaigns are ones that are able to hone in on some of the pain points. And one of the big pain points for a lot of, let's say, coaches and facilitators is not having the ability to connect deeply enough with their own clients, or maybe they want a new way to help reinforce their own expertise. So breathwork of all different kinds can help with, it can enhance maybe a particular kind of service, right? So if we can speak to that, instantly we're speaking to something, a problem that coaches and facilitators are experiencing. And therefore, whatever content they see after that is going to land that much more. Okay, so remember, you need to understand your audience pain points. Strategy number 2, you need to understand the promised land. Where does your audience want to go? You could think of the pain points as maybe a negative, right? There's like the bad side, the shadow of whatever it is they're experiencing. But what's the light? What do they want on the other side of overcoming their pain points? Okay, that's the motivation right there, right? Like that's the thing that they see. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you're in the healing or transformation space, this could look like a number of different things. And oftentimes, if you are in the coaching for those spaces, right, it's health, right? Better health, better emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. Could be wealth, right? Could be wealth, career development, communication within a company, maybe saving more money. And then, of course, like when I say saving more money, I also mean like assets, maybe taking a vacation with the family, houses and whatnot. I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying more things that wealth contributes to. That the pain might be not having the ability to save. but the promised land is the thing that they want on the other side of that. And then there's relationships, right? So maybe there's things like dating. That's kind of an easy one. The pain point is I'm not meeting anybody. And the promised land could be like, I met somebody, I have someone, right? So just giving you some kind of general examples here of understanding that. And you can speak to both of these things. When you understand your audience, you need to make content that speaks to the pain points and speaks to the promised land. So that way they see some of that light at the end of the tunnel and they're that much more inclined to work with you. Now, strategy number 3, this is a huge one and one that most people are actually missing out on, okay? This is about understanding where your audience is on their individual journey, okay? Are they at the beginning? Are they at the middle? Or are they at the end? Okay? You might have someone at the beginning of their journey and maybe they're what you call problem aware. So they think they have a problem or they might have a problem, but they're not necessarily looking for a solution just yet, right? Like there are a lot of people in the health and wellness space that clearly have a problem, but they're like either not aware of it or they're not really ready to take action. And that's okay. I don't mean that like one audience is necessarily better than the other, but your content is going to cater to different people. Somebody at the middle of their journey might be solutions aware. They are looking for a solution to the problem that they're encountering. These two avatars, if you will, you need to speak to them differently, right? Someone that isn't even aware they have a problem, somebody that's actively looking for a solution. You can already see that your wording, your messaging, the way in which you're framing your message is going to be different for each of those. Okay? And then maybe somebody over here at this end is I guess I would use the word like advanced or further along, and depending on what your offer is, maybe it's something more robust, a group scaling or a group program that you can scale, some sort of robust offering like a retreat and whatnot. There's different things for different individuals, but if you're too spread out, it's that much harder for you to connect with a person that is probably really looking for your expertise. They're really looking for you. If you do want to know more about your audience and how to identify your own specific tribe, your niche, if you will, check out my video, Find Your Niche. This is a masterclass in understanding yourself, who you are, your business, and who you could or should be speaking to. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jaron Baruman. I'll see you on the next one.